Okay, so this is gonna be my review for the new episode of Invincible. It's a little late. I'm a little late on this one, but honestly, it's great. I'll just cut to the chase. This is a great episode. Definitely a huge step up from the previous episode. Probably the best of the... No, not probably. It is the best of the season. I don't know why I said probably. It's the best of the season. One of the best of the show. And I'll get into why I like and why I dislike. Okay, there are a few negatives, I will say, but I'm starting with them. Everyone is, praising animation, it's peak. The animation in the show is never peak. At best, it's, good. But, some things that were a little bad. The beginning of the fight was genuinely just, what is going on with this animation? There was, I swear to God, a 1 minute scene where Conquest and Omni-Man were just at a stand still talking, and they were, basically not moving. You hear dialogue, and the mouths aren't moving. And now I did hear, maybe I did miss this part, but I did hear people being like, oh yeah, they had a mind reading device or something like that helped them communicate like that. And it's okay, it's still an excuse to be lazy. You may say, ooh, actually, because sound waves don't travel in space. Okay, explosions don't happen in space. Massively faster than light, ships don't exist. If we really want to be realistic, it shouldn't be the case. And also, we've seen it before. I think they just could have them, be talking. And I think it's just really lazy, especially since you're just there for a minute. And overall, yeah, most of this episode's animation just isn't the greatest. And also, Tech Jacket. Honestly, I'm not the biggest Tech Jacket fan, but I do get why people would be mad that they just gender bent her or him. And she's okay. I mean, like I said, I'm not the biggest Tech Jacket fan. But she didn't really have much to her, and she felt really weak. She just felt really weak in this episode. She did nothing. Genuinely. Why did they recruit her? Doc Seismic was able to hurt Mark more than she was able to hurt these Viltrumites. So I genuinely just don't get why she's here. And, yeah. Overall, episode. Those are, my main critiques. Actually, one more. Yes, the scene at the end where Mark kills Conquest, and Conquest is basically just pulling out his intestines and his organs. That scene was, that was great. It was a great scene. Only problem, this is one of the times where Invincible's gore goes just way too far. Just way, way, way too far. And this is the first time I felt this was with Angstrom Levy. No, Angstrom is not surviving that. He's still a human. He can't live with that much blood gone. He's not living. I'm gonna be so... he's not surviving that. So it's just unrealistic that he ended up living. And here it's also the same. People are like, oh my god, it's a 2 minutes even point out organs. How many organs does Mark have? Jesus. How do you do that? And I feel like it just was so much to the extent where I'm like, no, there's no shot Mark surviving this. I'm just kind of there where I'm like, how is Mark surviving this? But, yeah. I guess we can talk about the good now. Everything with Omni-Man was just amazing. Him back on Earth. He had 2 scenes that really just stood out to me. Him going to Art and talking to him, and he is asked oh, when I'm done with this, you can make me a new suit. Then Art says, Nolan, I make suits for heroes, and they don't say a line. And I'm happy that I didn't just abruptly say a line and you're not a hero. I'm glad that they are able to tell that their audience is intelligent. But I really like the moment at the end more where Nolan just flies away and he's just terrified of it. and it was a great scene. But the better scene, and honestly, maybe my favorite scene of the episode. Maybe my favorite scene of the episode is Debbie and Nolan talking. Not only does she give probably the best performance, maybe in the whole show, she gives one of the best performances in the show in that scene. Whoever the actress is, I'm sorry, I did not search her up. She did such an amazing job. And Nolan, like, we see him change, and we see that he's become a better person. But then, like, and we're kind of, like, siding with him a little bit, but not really. Then Debbie just starts talking, like, oh no, yeah, Nolan's completely in the wrong. I feel like it was just such a great scene of dismantling everything. Like, we have seen Nolan change so much that when Debbie just says everything that she says, and we're like, oh, it's not the best. Although, quick thing. I feel like Mark just suddenly just keeps on switching sides about him. Like, he literally said in season 3 that he forgave his father. His father's here now, but he's mad at him again. I don't get it. And again, Mark is definitely a hypocrite. This episode sealed Mark's face being a true hypocrite. So, yeah. And Oliver in this episode, I don't get why he's mad. There's one line I feel like where Oliver was like, "Oh, why'd you leave me? Yeah, on Thraxa." I could just be making this up. I remember thinking like he didn't. It's like, and they said, I mean, it's kind of Nolan's fault, but like he said, sorry, I just don't know how to say it. He was like, "Oh, why'd you leave me on Thraxa?" He didn't leave you. He almost died and got kidnapped by Viltrumites. But whatever. Speaking of Oliver, I think he is doing quite well in this episode. I really like the scene of him standing up to Mark and Debbie and being like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going on this war. I don't care. Hear what you have to say about it." Basically, he's like, "I don't want to lose. I've already lost one planet and one mother. I'm not losing another one." Sorry, there's something right here. It's bugging me. But one thing I will say that I did really, I'm iffy about. Everyone's like, "Oh, they're saying the tech jacket, and Oliver love triangle or relationship." A, they said one word to each other, and B, they better not. They better not, because in like next episode, like next season, Mark or Oliver is going to be like an adult. Like, he's gonna be like 30, and Jacket will still be in her teens, I presume. So, I hope that that's not the case, because Oliver's just gonna rapidly outage her. I mean, he's slowing down in his aging, sure, but he's still gonna outage her immensely. He's outaging Mark. Like, I'm pretty sure one point in the comics, like, eventually in the comics, Oliver is older than Mark. Like, it's like, don't stop that relationship. It's just gonna fail. But yeah. Let's just talk about them, because that is the best part. Them getting raided by the Viltrumites was really cool. Seeing characters like Lucan again, and that dude with the epic mustache, was neat. Although Alan really should have done more. Alan is stronger than Omni-Man now. I feel like the comics definitely show that he's stronger than Omni-Man, and the show heavily implies that he is. And Omni-Man, again, the comics heavily imply it. The Omni-Man is still stronger than Mark, or at least equal to Mark, if you want to say it. And Alan is stronger than Omni-Man, who is equal to Mark at best, and who is at worst equal to Mark. But Alan does nothing against Conquest. It just feels weird. And then he just, again, that's just one thing, but overall, Alan, I really liked him in this episode. I liked a lot. Honestly, I don't really have too much to say. I just think that it will, like, the next few episodes may be peak. This may be peak. Overall, I really love this episode. The Conquest fight, while not being as good as the previous Conquest fight, it's still really good. Conquest doing the like trying to backhand Oliver was crazy, and him doing the red rush treatment. Honestly, I really love this episode. I think it's truly amazing. I think it's not quite a 10 out of 10. People are saying it's a 10 out of 10. I disagree. It's like a 9.9. I disagree. It's not a 10 out of 10. It's a 9.9. I get that's not too big of a difference, but I think it is. I did make a poll which episode is better, this one or I believe the Daredevil Born Again episode that just came out is Scales and Swords. I think this one is slightly better. I gave Scales and Swords a 9.8 out of 10. This is a 9.9 out of 10. And overall, I think according to some people, such as people who saw it early, they're like, oh, episode 6 is a 10 out of 10. So we may be in the high point of Invincible. So, yeah. And which one is so far better? I said this yesterday. Which one is so far better, Invincible or Born Again? And my answer is, I think Born Again by a slight bit, because the premiere was better than Invincible's premiere and equal to Invincible's second best episode. The worst episode, in my opinion, is an 8.8, and then the best episode is just slightly worse than the best episode of Invincible. And Invincible kind of had a mixed bag of an episode, which Daredevil has never had. So that's my opinion. It's just slightly being out. Although I think it's gonna be a tough race. If some things come through, like Bullseye gonna have his lead, Vanessa gets assassinated. Like if things like that happen in Born Again, but if the Viltrumite War just keeps up and keeps on being 10, 10, 10, the next 3 episodes are just 10 out of 10s. I think Invincible has a chance of beating out Born Again. But to be fair, Born Again has a very high chance of being out Invincible. So, that's just my opinion, but overall, I am really loving this season and this episode. I think we're in the... I think it's possible that this will become the best season of Invincible. So, yeah. Bye.